Good morning, everyone. It is 9 after 6, but that is slow, so it's probably like 12. Yes. I don't know why that's off, but it's always off. Yeah. I'm up. I feel like it took me a hot second to realize my alarm was going off today, but I'm up. I got to sleep pretty easily. I don't remember Danny coming to bed. I don't remember Sebastian coming to the bed. I think I went to sleep a little after 11. They just disappeared. As soon as we finished dinner, I had to get Sebastian to bed. And as soon as I got him to bed, I got myself to bed. And obviously I did my editing and stuff. And then I tried to watch some videos because I'm very behind in the YouTube videos that I watch regularly. But yeah, I'm up. We're gonna do Panera today, and normally a 9 would be quite early for us to get out the door. Well, 8:40. And yeah, that's a while from now. Less than 3 hours, but still that's a lot of time. But we're all getting on morning schedules, so I was like, we can do an earlier one. So we're doing 9. Hey, shh. Come here. The dog wants to get back upstairs because Danny gets up at this time. So Danny can't sleep through any noise. Like, he even turns the fan down regardless of how hot the bedroom is. Ziggy, no. So yesterday, when it was my first time waking up at 5:30, like, I definitely was awake for all of it, even the bathroom fan and the shower and every little noise. I can be noisy and run into things, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Anyway, the tour of the elementary school was adorable. I freaking love that school. It's adorable. It's just really weird that I won't be there and be teaching him. It's really, really weird. And there's so many kids in this classroom. I think it's like 24. I feel like that's a lot for one person. But I don't know. But everything seems fine. He'll be fine. He stays in a classroom mostly. The teacher brings him to the places he needs to be. If he needs to buy food, the teacher hands him his card so that he can buy his food. He's not responsible for that. So they really are making it as easy as possible for them. The picking up situation's a little confusing, but we'll mostly do bus and walking, and I guess I'll figure it out. I don't know. And then we headed to the middle school. They had an open house where you can walk around, find all your classrooms, and it's mostly for setting up your locker. It was from 4:30 to 6, and then they wanted you out so that the cleaning staff could clean all the locker areas that had just been devastated by middle schoolers, and there was some sort of an outdoor PTA scavenger hunt, and then a little hot dog dinner in the back. So basically, I had an appointment to meet with Jax's new school counselor. She's told me they're not called guidance counselors anymore because they have a lot more psychology training. But when we had registered in spring, he had a certain guidance counselor that was the then 6th grade one, and they move up with it. But I guess there's enough in that class that they ended up moving the counselor who was working with, like, I think it was the English language learners. She got bumped up to the 7th grade as a standard 7th grade counselor, and they split the alphabet. So once the schedules came in, I saw that he had her. Well, this was before the schedules, I guess. So I immediately reached out and I was like, okay, so I need to meet you and switch my correspondence. And I think the other lady, because she was amazing, and I was really worried because she was so nice. And she immediately in the emails, I could tell she was what we needed. And I had seen briefly into her office when we were registering, and it was like rainbows and fandom and just very inviting to me. So I'm like, I think it's gonna be okay. And it was. She's great. She's amazing. And she really, she earned that master's degree. She really was taking into account his mental health. And just little things like me mentioning he's not good around people yet, but he had that mask on tight. I was doing the half and half thing that I'm trying to do when it was just our little group with her and our family. I was not wearing it when we'd have to get mixed in with the crowds. I was wearing it, but he had it on, and she was really always checking with him. Do you need a break? We can go to my office if you don't want to be here. And it was so great. She showed him every single classroom and any other rooms that he would need. Sadly, the library was locked up, and she really wanted to show him that, but she promises to show him once school's in. We did get to meet one of his teachers. I wish that more were there, but I think they just didn't want to deal. I don't blame them. But we met his computer science teacher, and I love her. She was amazing. So towards the end, when we were in the office just going over so many things, like we don't know how to school, going down to, talked about everything down to fire and lockdown drills and making missed assignments and low grades and anything I could think of, how to pay for food if you need to buy food. But yeah, they have a homeroom that they call Compass. Everything's very camping and outdoorsy themed. So they have a Compass class for their homeroom, and it hasn't been assigned, and the guidance counselors are in charge of their students. So she's like, I don't know, I can try and match you up. What kind of adults do you like and get along with? And I was kind of rooting for that computer science teacher because she seems amazing, and he would have his homeroom in that room. I don't know, I think she did like that idea because she knows their personalities, so that might be who he ends up with. I think it's two teachers together, and she really seemed to like the idea of that. But also, I think she has a Compass class, and I was like, oh, but you'd be great too. But it's all up to her and Jax and stuff, and we'll find that out real soon. But anyway, yeah, we did briefly stop at his locker, but it was chaos, and there was somebody literally right next to him, trying to figure out how to get theirs open. I took 2 tries to do it. Jax took 3 tries to do it. I think it's going to be a struggle. They do have a master key if he struggles too much. But eventually we got it open, and it was just so chaotic that I was just hand me the bag of stuff. You guys go to her office. I'll meet you over there. I'll just get this loaded up real quick. And that was when it took me 2 tries to get in and get everything in. No, actually, it was already open. I loaded it all up. I just shoved it in there. Put that shelf in that we got, slapped some magnets up on the door because they're like clips, and just shoved everything in there. And then I tested it. It took me 2 tries, but when I got over to her office, which is just there's a locker bay area. There's also lockers down hallways, but there's a main rows of lockers. Her office is overlooking that. So I got over there, and they had a Game Boy Color and an old Game Boy, and they were loading up Pokemon games that she keeps for kids who need a break. And her office is amazing. By the time we left, she surprised Sebastian with a stress ball. I was talking about how he had been fidgeting all day. He's been grabbing his shirt right here, which makes me think, do you need to pee? But I'm starting to recognize that a lot of the times it's just he fidgets with his shirt right there when he's nervous, and he was like gripping it all day. So she gave him like a squishy fidget ball for being such a good sport because it was very long. They had already started the scavenger hunt when we finished our meeting, so it was after 6. He had already said he didn't want to do it because his friend in the neighborhood didn't want to do it, being a 7th grader. But our friends who we see at Panera, she has a 6th grader, and they're going to be in that school, so she messaged me towards the end of the meeting. We went outside and found her, and then went to the back. Sebastian ate a hot dog. I had RSVP'd for the food thing, though he was the only one that ended up eating a hot dog. We grabbed some chips and a water, and then, as I said, there was a shaved ice truck there, but you did have to pay, but I did have cash, so got the 3 of them. That I just had 2 bites of Sebastian's because I knew he wouldn't eat it all, and that kind of stuff just tastes like food coloring. Oh my gosh, this video is already 11 minutes, but I said I didn't have time last night, so I was going to update you. So you get to see me pacing down here instead of upstairs, but anyway, that was it. Jax will just be heading straight in on Thursday then. That's all he gets. But that was a lot. That was what we needed. We got a lot. Otherwise, it would have just been an impersonal tour in a group. Not even any appointments. It could have been a huge group. And I really needed this for him. I mean, he needs to learn how to school. We've never schooled. And she got that. She's like, we just need to get you through the day. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun. But we're here to get you through this. So, yeah. Sebastian, tonight I meet his teacher. Just the parents. Jax will be babysitting with the neighbor on call. And then Wednesday morning, Sebastian gets to meet his teacher and like be in his classroom again. He got lucky and we got to go in there on our little tour. But yeah, officially get to see his classroom and meet his teacher. They actually have COVID boosters on Wednesday, the day before school, so hopefully it doesn't hit them too hard. But we might actually only do Sebastian because I was looking at the targeted boosters that they're trying to get set up, and it looks like they're aiming for 12 and over, so I'm going to actually talk to them and maybe cancel Jax's for now so that he can get the targeted one. Let's see if they even provide those when it does happen. So it might just be Sebastian, and he's really not happy about that, especially because he was the one that reminded me that he hadn't done his booster yet. He's talking about his stuffed animal having to go get his 3rd shot. I'm like, oh, I need to call the doctor. So yeah, that's it. That's my update. I'm going to drink this coffee that I made like 10 minutes ago and wait for Sebastian to wake up. got back home, as you saw, we ate out. Basically, Danny and I had to go to parents' night at Sebastian's school. We just go right into the classroom. I signed up to hopefully be a room parent and help sort papers and stuff. Hopefully I'll get to do that. And then we go in and the teacher introduced herself and played some videos from the school district and then showed us slides of how they teach and what they do. And there was this whole presentation about all the fire drills and lockdown drills. They didn't say what they did, they just said why they would have each of those situations. Like, no COVID. COVID doesn't exist. Nobody wore masks and COVID is not mentioned and there's not sanitizer that much. Well, I think there was one on the wall. So I'll have to point that out to Sebastian. But yeah, so we did that this evening and Jax was our babysitter. So he earned either $5 or he can have a day of unlocked screen time, which is very valuable to him right now because he's trying to make his way up the Mario Maker leaderboards, that's the name. So after that we walked home because we had walked to the school, got the kids and continued walking on to dinner. But yeah, earlier in the day we went to Panera. I didn't film that, and then we went next door to the grocery store to pick out our first wave of snacks because I had just found out that Sebastian has snack time in school. And to play it safe, even though they are not nut-free schools, I was like, you don't know if you have a classmate with an allergy. You may be in a nut-free classroom. So we chose nut-free items, and we did find out tonight that we have somebody with a severe nut allergy in our classroom. So it is a nut-free classroom. So we did good in doing that. Brought those home, and I got on my computer for more ordering. I did go ahead and order a lunch bag for Jax, just a simple one that'll come tomorrow. I ordered lanyards for them in case they decide they want to like hang their mask or some sanitizer. We're gonna go to the mall tomorrow and they can get some sanitizer minis if they want. And then I ordered one gray t-shirt and navy sweatpants for Jax because he does need to have a uniform for PE gym class. So I just got one set for now to see the sizing. But yeah, that's our day, because after that it was just lunch and taking care of Sebastian, helping him start crafts for his teacher, and then yeah, as I said, we went to the school. So that's our day. We got home right at 8, and 8 o'clock is Sebastian's bedtime, so here I am letting him have a few minutes while I start laying out everything. Got his jammies out, so I'm gonna go do his medicines, and I will just see you guys tomorrow. The plan will be breakfast here at home. We have his open house 10:30 to 11:30. Come back home, then I get the boys and we go to the doctor. Sebastian's definitely getting a COVID booster. Jax, we're gonna talk to the doctor to see if we should wait until they get the targeted Omicron booster out because he is 12, which sounds like it will be the cutoff, but they might recommend that we just go ahead and do it. We'll see. So we'll do that, and then we're gonna head straight to the mall where I can get them some sort of a treat for being brave with shots, and they can choose out a first day of school outfit if they want. So that will be our day, and it'll be early bedtime for the first day of school. All right, so yeah, that's it. I'm going to peace out now. Good night, stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.